rebounds. All eyes are now on the Detroit Tigers and their ace, Tarik Skubal. As the trade deadline approaches, speculation is swirling around Skubal's future with the team after he recently faced yet another injury scare during a crucial matchup against the New York Yankees. Fans, where are you watching from? Let's hear your thoughts on whether Skubal should stay or go. Skubal, a two-time Cy Young winner, previously missed significant time this season due to an elbow injury, raising concerns about his durability. During Wednesday's game, he seemed to be dealing with a potential groin issue. The on-field trainer made an extended visit to assess the situation, but the good news for Tigers fans is that Skubal chose to remain in the game. While it appears he might be all right for now, this is definitely a situation to keep an eye on moving forward. With the trade deadline looming, every game, every pitch, every moment matters. The MLB landscape is watching closely, as Tarik Skubal is not just another player, he's a top trade candidate. At 29 years old, he sports a stellar 3.02 ERA across 9 starts this season and boasts an impressive 57 strikeouts over 53.2 innings pitched. These numbers don't lie. He's arguably one of the best pitchers in the league right now. If he becomes available, contenders will line up at the Tigers' door, ready to make a move. However, the question remains, will the Tigers part ways with their ace amid a season that has seen them struggle, currently sitting at 34 wins and 45 losses, languishing in 4th place in the American League Central? As the Tigers wrapped up their series against the Yankees, the stakes were high. They secured a vital victory on Monday, edging out the Yankees 5-3, but suffered a narrow 4-3 defeat the following night. With Skubal on the mound, there was a palpable hope among fans that they could clinch the series and end on a high note against one of the top teams in the American League East. In the midst of this uncertainty, the Tigers' front office must weigh the potential benefits of trading Skubal against the risk of losing a franchise cornerstone. The team's struggles this season have made it clear that a rebuild might be necessary, and Skubal could bring back a significant return in terms of prospects and future talent. Yet, there's a strong argument to be made for retaining him. He's not just a player, he's a symbol of hope for a fan base yearning for success. The upcoming days will be critical not just for Skubal's health, but for the very direction of the Detroit Tigers as a franchise. Can they afford to let their ace go? Or should they hold on to him and build around his undeniable talent? The answers lie ahead, and as fans, we need to be prepared for whatever unfolds next. As we continue to follow these developments, let's keep the conversation going about what this means for the Tigers' future and whether Skubal is a piece of the long-term puzzle or a trade chip in a rebuilding effort. Now, let's turn our attention to the next story, which is just as pivotal for the Tigers season.
The Detroit Tigers are on the precipice of something significant as they kick off their 10-game homestand on a promising note, winning 4 out of their first 5 contests. After taking the initial game against the New York Yankees, bolstered by a stellar performance from Framber Valdez, the team stumbled in Game 2, narrowly losing 4-3. Now, with a chance to secure at least a .500 record for this crucial stretch, the Tigers are set to face off against the Yankees again, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Tonight, all eyes will be on back-to-back American League Cy Young Award winner Tarik Skubal as he takes the mound in this pivotal rubber match. Skubal has been nothing short of phenomenal this season, and his presence on the mound gives Detroit a golden opportunity to clinch another series, one they desperately need. The Yankees, however, are no easy opponent. They'll counter with Ryan Weathers, who comes in with a 4.13 ERA and has been prone to giving up the long ball, allowing 16 home runs this season. For the Tigers to emerge victorious, they'll need to capitalize on this matchup, especially since they boast several hitters who perform well against left-handed pitching. But the key will be getting on the scoreboard early. Now let's break down a lineup that manager A.J. Hinch has put together for this critical encounter. We have Kevin McGonigal at third base, Dylan Dingler designated hitting, Matt Vierling in center field, and Riley Green in left. Spencer Torkelson will be at first, Hao-Yu Lee at second, Ben Malgeri in right, Zach McKinstry at shortstop, and Jake Rogers behind the plate. This lineup has the potential to do damage, but Dingler will need support from his teammates. In the previous game, he and rookie Ben Malgeri were the only Tigers to record multiple hits, which simply isn't enough if Detroit wants to clinch this series. At home, the Tigers have shown a stronger performance this season, boasting a solid 22-17 record at Comerica Park. This is encouraging, especially for a franchise that has historically struggled away from home. Winning series at home is not just important. It's imperative if they hope to stay in the postseason conversation. As it stands, Fangraphs gives Detroit a 24.7% chance to make the playoffs and a 15.6% chance to capture the AL Central Division. With the Tigers currently sitting 7.5 games out of first place and 5 games behind an AL wildcard spot, they have a mountain to climb. Skubal, making only his 10th start of the 2026 campaign, will need to execute his game plan meticulously tonight. He must keep the ball in the yard, especially against a Yankees team known as the Bronx Bombers, the organization that leads the league in home runs. However, through 2 games in Detroit, the Yankees have only managed to hit 2 home runs, which is a testament to the effectiveness of the Tigers' pitching staff so far. As we dive deeper into this night's action, it's clear that the Tigers must seize this moment. They have the talent to make waves in the division, but it will require consistent performance and an unwavering desire to win. So, where are you watching from tonight? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's rally behind our Tigers as they look to claim a crucial victory. Up next, we'll continue to analyze the implications of tonight's game and what it could mean for the rest of the season.
As we dive deeper into the current state of the Detroit Tigers, it's hard not to feel a mix of optimism and cautious skepticism. The Tigers find themselves at a pivotal moment in the season, and with the halfway point in sight, the urgency to improve is palpable. After a disheartening May that saw the team struggle mightily, there have been signs of life lately, particularly as they battle for relevance in the American League Central. The starting pitching has emerged as a backbone for this resurgence. Tarik Skubal's impressive recovery from surgery has been a game-changer, infusing the rotation with much-needed energy. Alongside him, Troy Melton has stepped up as a reliable starter, while Kader Montero and Framber Valdez have found their footing, bringing consistency to the mound. This renewed pitching depth is critical, especially as we look toward the upcoming matchups. Now, here's where it gets intriguing for the Tigers and their fans. According to reports, Jack Flaherty is set to be activated and could take the mound on Sunday against the formidable Houston Astros. Flaherty, who found himself sidelined with a left peroneal strain on June 13th, made a successful rehab start for Double-A Erie, showcasing his potential and resilience. He pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowing just 3 hits and striking out 7, with a notable 83 pitches thrown, 58 of which found the strike zone. Sure, he surrendered 2 solo home runs, but the overall performance indicates he's ready to contribute once again. For manager A.J. Hinch, Flaherty's return presents a good problem as he considers the depth of his rotation. With Montero and Melton both performing admirably, the prospect of implementing a 6-man rotation looms large. Montero's current 3.68 ERA across 15 starts and his recent outing, where he limited damage to 3 runs over 7 innings, suggests that transitioning either back to a bullpen role might not be in the cards. Flaherty, at 30 years old, has had his share of ups and downs this season. His stint on the injured list came at a particularly inopportune time, just as he was beginning to find his rhythm. While he might not solve every issue plaguing the Tigers, his experience and skill set provide an additional weapon to a rotation that has been hampered by injuries. It's worth noting that starting pitching was a primary focus during the offseason for the Tigers. The organization made significant investments, bringing in names like Justin Verlander and Framber Valdez to bolster their staff. Yet, injuries have wreaked havoc, preventing a fully healthy rotation from ever materializing. Now, as Flaherty and others return to form, there's a glimmer of hope that the Tigers can capitalize on the remaining 80-plus games left in this season. Yes, the Tigers have dug themselves a considerable hole early on,